Senator Ellis, for what purpose do you rise?
To ask a question of Senator Ogden.
Again?
Yes, sir, again.
I yield.
Senator, I wasn't going to say anything else, but when Senator Patrick made the comment, this is a very serious vote, I want to make sure you and everybody understands that I appreciate that, and I know it's a serious vote. But before any of us get too self-righteous and get on a high horse, I want to point out, by being successful on the motion to reconsider, knowing that the intent is to add the committee substitute to Senate Bill 22, it's also a difficult vote for me. One of the people who very early stood up on this floor and voted against and made the argument against having guns on campuses. I too respect the United States Constitution and people's right to carry guns. But let's just be real about what this does. Since your comments of my distinguished colleague make me want to make the case and make sure I spell out what we're going to do when this bill comes back up. We're going to reduce the funding foundation school program, FSP, by $4 billion for the biennium. We're going to reduce target revenue.
That is not correct. In fact, that is absolutely incorrect. We are not reducing funding for the foundation school program. We are actually increasing it if in House Bill 1 and in the agreement we've had with the Senate. I think it increases over the current biennium by over $1 billion. The issue is that because we believe student growth is as high as it is, overall spending per student could drop by about 5 or 6%. But that's not the fault of this legislature. That's just a reality because we're coming out of a major recession. And I think we're all committed to restoring that funding as soon as economically possible. But what we're doing today is dealing with the reality of the essential necessity to fund our schools and allow this economy to grow back to where it once was.
Well, I certainly appreciate that we have a no-money complex. But as you know and have stated, I think on this floor, if you had your druthers, we'd take more money out of the rainy day fund to do that. So I guess where we disagree is regardless of how we get there, it is a hope, it's a wish, it's a desire that the economy will grow. But the economy does not grow. I think my comment will be correct. I mean, for my school district, I think the cuts it'll end up being as a result of 22, 8.1% for the largest district in the state. Senator, that's $225 million. That's a big hit. And for my wealthy school district, Stafford, which is a municipal district, is about an 8% cut. For them, a small district, that's about $3.7 million. And for North Forest, which is a very poor one that I have, is much smaller, about 1.9%, but still $1 million.
You call it a cut. What I call it is not as big of an increase as they think they're entitled to. We're defining cuts as a smaller increase than what we think they're entitled to, which in a lot of people's view is not really a cut.
Let me ask you this. Will 22 essentially redefine the way we fund public school education? Will it essentially get rid of the structural deficit that I heard you make a very compelling and moving, heartfelt speech about on the opening day of this session? Does this bill, I guess the question is, restructure?
Well, what I'd like to do is say I don't believe so. I think we're talking about two different things. But I think the most appropriate way to debate that is when the actual amendment is before the body. I mean, basically, right now we're discussing a motion to reconsider, and I'd be happy to answer those questions. But I believe that succinct answer is no, those are two different issues. But if you want to go in details, I would request that you wait till the amendment's up before the body.
I just want to make the case, the reason why I'm going to vote against the motion to reconsider as strongly as I felt against the amendment to put guns on campuses. I know the rules have been very flexible this session. I want to do as much as I can to be on record against the committee substitute Senate Bill 22. Thank you.